Did you know that in 1955, when the King of Saudi Arabia, Saud bin Abdul Aziz, visited India, Nehru had arranged for the Kashi Vishwanath temple to be covered and concealed? Shocked? Well, here are the details. Kashi is one of the holiest of sites for Hindus and also one of the oldest inhabited cities of the world. The Kashi Vishwanath temple in this very city had been destroyed by Aurangzeb in the year 1669. It was only in 1780, more than 100 years later, that the Vishwanath temple was rebuilt by Maharani Ahilya Bai Holkar. Jawaharlal Nehru, independent India's first Prime Minister, had an Anglophile upbringing. Thanks to his Marxist outlook that distorted his worldview, he saw India's Hindu heritage with considerable bias. A snob, Nehru had little understanding of actual Indian life or culture or of Hinduism. He promoted every anti-Hindu ideology and movement behind the smokescreen of secularism. This anti-Hindu bias naturally seeped into his attitudes on Hindu temples. So when the Saudi king visited Kashi in 1955, Nehru had the temple covered so as to not offend the king. Not just this, visible government buildings were painted with the words Kalma Taiba. Pujas and Aartis were also stopped at all the various temples of Kashi for the duration that the Saudi king stayed in the city. Nehru had even arranged for a special train and coach to take the Saudi king from Delhi to Kashi. This is how Nehru and the Congress had crossed all limits and insulted the sentiments of the Hindu community, all to appease a certain minority vote bank. Today, the descendants of the same Nehru would have you believe that by just visiting a few temples during elections, they can fool voters. But this is a new India where the nation's leader is neither afraid nor shy to wear his civilizational identity on his sleeve. In this new India under Prime Minister Modi, temples such as Somnath, Kashi Vishwanath, Kedarnath and the Ayodhya Ram Mandir are being revamped and rebuilt. The people in this new India are proud of their history and their heritage, and standing along with their leader, they will hold their head high. Jai Hind.